Caitlin Clark was practically hunted by defenders the moment she stepped on the court, each foul more ruthless than the last. But instead of folding, she transformed every shove into fuel for one of the most shocking comebacks in recent memory. Stick around to see the wild confrontations, last-minute heroics, and the single play that turned the entire game on its head.
Kennedy Carter now with 12 points off the bench.
The crowd went wild. Some people were stunned, others outraged. Caitlin Clark lay flat on the hardwood. Carter had shoved the WNBA's brightest star straight to the floor. No hint of a legitimate play, no coincidence, just raw intention. For a split second, it seemed like Clark might stay down. But here's the thing about her. She doesn't simply take hits, she returns them. And when she does, she dominates. June 1st, 2024. Indiana Fever against the Chicago Sky. This matchup had been underlined on everyone's schedule for ages. The buzz was genuine, the stakes were enormous, and the rivalry was simmering. The moment both teams hit the court, it was obvious this wasn't going to be a graceful contest. Chicago came in tough, determined to disrupt Clark's flow, but they picked the wrong target. If they thought physicality would rattle her, they were sorely mistaken.
First WNBA meeting between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. The Fever and the Sky are underway at Game.
It was the first WNBA face-off between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, Fever versus Sky at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. The second the game tipped off, the Sky pounced with a quick 2 points, but Clark responded immediately, pulling up from deep without hesitation. The crowd roared, and skeptics fell silent.
Other way, first in the league in fast break points.
Clark connects on a deep three.
Both teams traded blows, sank shots, battled for boards, and refused to give an inch. The score was tight. Then, in a flash, Clark showed off a different skill, a laser pass cutting through defenders. For an easy bucket.
To the Commissioner's Cup final. What a dish. Down the floor. Wallace. The finish plus the foul.
It was pure genius, but Chicago wasn't about to let her steal the limelight. They answered with force, cranking up the physical contact. Emotions boiled over, and they tried to bully the Fever, but Clark calmly led another. Three-pointer fly, keeping Indiana close.
They understand their impact and what it has done and how they are living out their dreams today.
And right on cue!
The Sky kept pressing, determined to knock Indiana off balance. Finally, the buzzer sounded for the first quarter break. Indiana had a slim 2-point cushion and an unmistakable message: they weren't about to be pushed around. As the second quarter kicked off, Clark wasted no time. With pinpoint aim, she zipped another perfect pass for a straightforward score.
Caves and have allowed too much dribble penetration.
Well, and it allows them, oh, what a dime. My goodness, the pass from Clark.
Sensing a momentum shift, the Fever dialed in on defense, contesting every pass and shot. Their single-minded focus, though, made them predictable, and Carter capitalized.
Reese working Boston. 6 to shoot. Carter flips it up and in. Kennedy Carter just so difficult.
Chicago held their ground. Possession after possession, the struggle continued. In the final moments of the quarter, Clark found Mitchell for a critical assist, maintaining the tie at 31.
Here is Evans, the former Louisville star, out to Carter. Her three, off the mark, long board. Wallace to get ahead. Mitchell to the cup.
The energy in the building was palpable. Neither team cracked, neither team folded. By halftime, it was evident they were both willing to fight for the victory. The third quarter arrived, and Chicago had something to prove. Although Indiana was still ahead, the Sky hunted. Kennedy Carter snagged the ball, blitzed past Clark, and banked in an easy layup.
From downtown as Mr. Last Five. Carter just blurs by Clark, who didn't turn around, and an easy 2 for Kennedy Carter.
The tension skyrocketed. Indiana pushed hard to defend their advantage, but Chicago wouldn't fade.
Boston, mid-range fake, the pull-up, short, the follow, no. Another chance, won't go for Boston. Loose ball, this time, it's...
The game was fierce. Then suddenly, with 15 seconds left in the quarter, Carter slashed into the lane, finished at the rim, and the arena went berserk. The Sky were storming back, and Carter seized the moment. She took a step toward Clark and delivered a punishing shove that flattened her.
Mabry doubled off to Carter. Her jumper is good. Kennedy Carter now with 12 points off the bench. Her and Clark. I mean, that's clearly a foul which was called. The question is, will they call it Unnecessary. Kennedy Carter.
Clark was nowhere near the ball. The whistle shrieked. The officials reviewed it, and it was unquestionably a foul. Clark, unsurprisingly, sank the awarded free throw.
One, and Clark goes to the line and hits the first.
As the horn signaled the quarter's end, the scoreboard read Chicago 49, Indiana 54. The Sky had tried to floor Clark, but if this game proved anything, it was that she wouldn't stay down, ever. Then came the final stanza. Chicago locked in on Clark, determined to shut her out. But Clark was about to prove she was unstoppable with her composure and skill. She grabbed a rebound and orchestrated an effortless fast break sequence, mesmerizing everyone watching.
Carter met by Boston. Williams bricks it. Clark another rebound. Tosses ahead. Wheeler extra feed. Oh, that was pretty.
The ball swished through the net, but Chicago fired back straight away, drawing a foul. Not only did Indiana get the fast break bucket, they also earned a bonus free throw.
The three-point play.
The fast break or
The scoreboard was 57-64, still in Indiana's favor, but the Sky kept swinging. Defenses got tighter, offenses pressed, and whistles echoed around the arena as officials struggled to keep order. For every shove, every blocked shot, and all the tense physical play, Clark stood firm. She slalomed through the chaos and nailed another timely basket.
Guarded by Evans. Clark. 6 to shoot. Backing down. Clark leans in and banks it home. An astute and composed.
At that juncture, she had 11 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. Chicago still pressed. Carter hit a shot, then targeted a three that shifted momentum again.
Opportunity here for Chicago. Here is Carter. Kicking it out. Evans fakes the three, takes the two, and knocks it down. A lot of contact from Reese on Clark underneath.
Angel Reese collided with Clark, but the officials looked the other way. Fans gasped in disbelief. In the waning 20 seconds, Indiana clung to a slender lead. Chicago scrambled, searching for a tie, but amid the scramble, they committed a foul.
Mabry down 2. Mabry loses the handle and a foul is called.
The place was on edge. Chicago had a shot to even things up, but May stepped to the line and missed.
Timeout. Continue to communicate with her with what she wants.
Mabry misses.
The crowd erupted. Clark lobbed the ball skyward as time expired, sealing the Fever's first home victory of the season.
Into the backcourt for Wheeler. Someone's got to get to her. They can't. Wheeler trying to waste the clock. Up to Clark. Clark throws it up in the air. And Indiana has its first home win of the season.
Indiana triumphed, 71-70. The fouls, the intensity, the aggression. It was Caitlin Clark who emerged on top. Meanwhile, Kennedy Carter, who decked Clark in the third quarter, hung her head. The final buzzer rang, but the fallout wasn't over. Carter's nasty foul on Clark was officially ruled flagrant. After the game, Carter refused any questions, declaring she wasn't talking about Clark. Later, she threw shade online, wondering what else Clark brought to the table besides hitting three-point shots. Coach Sides deemed the foul unacceptable. Clark shrugged it off, noting she grew up playing with boys and had always adapted to physical play. It was nothing new to her. As if that weren't enough, Angel Reese received a fine for ducking the post-game press conference, likely because there was nothing left for her to say. The takeaway? Clark had spoken loud and clear, and the entire league heard it. So ended this pulse-pounding showdown. Caitlin Clark not only took contact, she turned it into a headline. In a contest fueled by rough play and controversy, she proved yet again that no amount of physical abuse could halt her. Tell us, did this game cross the line? Or is that just how rivalries work? Let us know below and be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the action.